Let's see. I don't think I can. Yeah, there we go. So we'll just go like this for a second, and then I can kind of show you what we're overlooking right now. So if you can overlook that, if you can see that clearly, that right there is some of the casinos. So that's the Morpheus Casino. Oops, I think I'm pointing at the wrong one. That one is Morpheus and Venetian. So those are some of the Let's go check out the room. Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and hit the like button. So those are some of the Kotai Strips. Alright, so we're just going to keep on going down, going up I mean. And once we get up to the top, we'll come back down again. You can still kind of see the casinos a little bit to the left there. And I think we could keep navigating, but I'm going to turn around right here. I think we could go maybe... I see some cars that are parked up there, but there's also a sign that says that you shouldn't go up there, so we'll come back down the hill again. So maybe you can see the airport right there. I'm kind of driving poorly because I wanted to put the camera that way without taking it off the suction cup, but so there's the airport over there. Did I say airport? Over there is the casinos, sorry. And then to the left is the airport, that red and white that you can barely see through that one right there. So that's the airport, and also the Taipa ferry terminal is right there. So that one goes to Hong Kong and China. There's some ferries that go there. So now you can kind of see like up on this little ridge. Let me see. It's going to show you something real quick. Oh, let me see. Sorry. It's on the suction cup. So now you can kind of see, now you can overlook the Macau side. You can see all the construction over there. You can see kind of a ferry terminal, and the airport would be to the right. And then this is the road that we're going to be going down. And then this side over there is where the casinos in Kotai Strip is at. So maybe that's interesting. So now we're just going to drive back down again, and we're going to go to the right once we get down here. And then maybe you can put a little context that there's this, big mountain right here. And a lot of people do hike up here, and there's some nice parks up here and such, and nice views. It's kind of amazing when you can be at that one spot up there, and you can just walk across the street and then have, the whole Kotai Strip on one side, and the airport and ferry terminals all on the other side. I think actually going down it's more beautiful as well from the camera angle. I think when we're going up you see more sky. Yeah, now you can overlook exactly the airport right there. That's where the planes that's the what's that called, the landing way or the strip or the what, I don't know, take off and landing strips. Oh, that's bright. Okay, so now we're going to come back down this side, and this side what we're going to be able to see is one, the Macau Convention Center, which I don't think they even use that because there's another one over by the ferry terminal on the Macau side. But we're going to see a couple of buildings like that. This one's always interesting because you can kind of see through all the windows. But in a minute we're going to be looking down on the Kotai Strip. There it is right there. I can see it. There's the Morpheus. Take the camera off again because I want to show you so now you can see it all, right? Okay, let's get moving back. Okay, so we're gonna go head right into the Kotai Strip now. We're coming down the mountain. Should be a Jane's Addiction song. Coming down the mountain. I can't sing it, so my apologies for that. Got some speed bumps. And to the immediate left, maybe you can barely see it, but that's Must University, Macau University of Science and Technology. And then directly in front of us is Cotai, I believe it's called. Yeah, some pretty good views of the Kotai Strip from up there. That might be another good place to go too. But this is kind of our little view of that mountain plus looks like we're gonna have to go this way, which is okay because then you can see the Morpheus very clearly right there. Must University right there. Must University's auditorium. And now we're kind of going towards the airport. This is the other thing that's really interesting about Macau is that Macau airport is so accessible to the Kotai Strip. So for example, if you come in the Macau airport, it's literally one station away from this, on this light rail train line. It's actually literally one station away. It's just, you can see the sign for the airport and it's actually right there. It's and that ferry terminal, we were overlooking it, right? So so it's be just a couple minutes away, but I don't want to waste too much video time on that because I want to get into what you guys probably want to see, which is the Kotai Strip. And we're just gonna go into that. That's a light rail above me. It's the Morpheus to the right. And now we can see the light rail system. Oh, those pedestrians are going to run across the busy street. There's these kind of crossways to walk over up and above, but okay, so we're going to be heading towards some of the casinos, Kotai Strip. Right now we're kind of in this little area where it's kind of like a little stream of like immigration kind of stuff. It's like airport, ferry terminal, immigration building itself. But I'm going to straight ahead is Macau Palace, that one building to the right there. It's Macau Palace. And Wind Palace is the one that's to the left. We're gonna go up Wind Palace here and go by it in a second here. Okay, so this is kind of Wind Palace, but we're kind of behind it a little bit, so you have more of the docking areas and the stuff for bringing stuff in by the side. So City of Dreams is straight ahead. I was kind of curious to see how it might feel to be going through the Kotai Strip in the daytime compared to nighttime. So I did a couple nighttime ones, right? But I think the daytime ones, it doesn't look quite as glamorous because you don't really have all the lights. But that's the Dragon and the Wind Palace, which looks amazing at nighttime. But in the daytime, it looks kind of this is kind of average to me. And you can see all those little, what are those called? Those little things that go up in the air. So they go around in a whole circle around there. So in the periphery part is you won't be able to quite see it unless I turn the camera, which I can't seem to do. Oh, maybe in here you can see it briefly. Grand Lisboa, right there. That building to the left. But I'm on a roundabout, so I have to follow the path, right? So now you're going to see MGM straight ahead right there. There's MGM. Now we're back at Wind Palace again. across the street. Some of the dragons. Light rail is above it. Grand Hyatt is straight ahead, that hotel. And what we're going to do next is kind of navigate towards more Kotai Strip stuff. And I think I explained it in another video, but I don't know who watches which ones first, right? So maybe I'll explain it again. But when they say Kotai Strip, it's not like the Las Vegas Strip. Las Vegas Strip is basically one main road that goes through, right? But Kotai Strip is different. And the bus is coming kind of fast next to me. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but Must University straight ahead. But Kotai Strip is different because basically Kotai Strip is a strip. I hate this when they do this. In Macau, you see this quite commonly. There's Morpheus to the left. A lot of times people will park in the lane that you're supposed to be driving on. That's how beautiful that Morpheus building is. Amazing. So yeah, basically Kotai Strip is a strip of land that was reclaimed from the ocean between two islands. And the two islands are called Kolawan and Taipa. So Kotai basically means Kolawan, Kotai, Taipa, Kolawan and Taipa. So it's a mixture of the two island names, and they call it Kotai. Okay, so next what we're gonna do is go down this road, which is kind of the main strip. So if there was a main strip, this would be the main strip. But actually the Kotai Strip is basically a much bigger area. So it's not like all linear in one road like you'd find in Las Vegas. It's more like what you see right now, kind of spaced out in like several blocks, all stretched out from one piece of land to the other piece of land. Straight to the left is immediate left is City of Dreams, and then those tall buildings just beyond City of Dreams, there's like there's some cranes. That's the Londoner. And yeah, I guess at nighttime it's better. If it was evening, it's better when all the lights are out. But I also wanted to show you in the daytime because you know, it's good to see things in different perspectives as well. And I think what I'm going to do is just kind of turn around in a few minutes, but I think you'll be able to see both. You can see it already. You can see Studio City and Parisian in the distance there, just slightly. But the reason I'm turning around is because I think it's more interesting to do some stuff over on this way. So now we're now we're looking back at Grand Kolawan again. Sorry, Grand Taipa Hill. So that one big building that's straight ahead, that was basically in front of it. And then we have Taipa to the left. So I want to go by a few more casinos because I know that a lot of people are more interested in casinos than anything else. So I definitely want to accommodate those interests. So what I'm going to do right now is drive towards the Galaxy and the Venetian. So Venetian is to my left, and Galaxy is straight ahead. And so now you can see, you know, those kind of stretch out across the whole strip, right? But then I also want to show you some other stuff too. So part of what I want to show you next is how this kind of fits back into Taipa. So basically, like, this is the purpose of this particular one is I wanted to show you some of the nature. So like that mountain and that fact that you could view like the airport and the Kotai Strip up from the top. So I wanted to show that to you, which you were able to see. I wanted to show you, you know, the accessibility to the Kotai Strip and all the casinos, which you're seeing right now. And then I also want to take you back into, if I can, I'm going to take you into a little bit of a nature part, but then I'm going to take you into the Taipa proper, which is where we started, which I didn't quite show you enough of at the beginning so you could understand fully what that area is like. But I think I'm going to attempt to do that now in a few minutes. So basically there's the galaxy straight ahead. And then what we're gonna do next is we're gonna take a turn like this, and then we're gonna kind of angle into a little bit more of this kind of interesting spot I want to show you, and then we're gonna go into the urban part. And I think once I do this, you'll have a better understanding of how things fit together in Macau. So yeah, there's straight ahead is Venetian again, right? And then City of Dreams is straight ahead. And yeah, Koloan is where the beaches are at, and there's also a bunch of hiking trails. But we're going to be going towards Taipa Centro. And then to the left, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around this little thing so I can show you all the perimeter of Kotai Strip, and then we're going to go down this one little place. But I think it's good for you to be able to see that, so I'm going to take a whole circle around in this little thing, even though it'll be a little bit hard with the traffic and such. It's about 6 o'clock on a Monday night, so things are a little bit harder to navigate. But that immediate left is where I want to go, but then I want to kind of show you this little circular thing, this little roundabout thing. And then when we go through it, you'll be able to see Morpheus, and you'll be able to see the Kotai Strip. And then we're going to go out of it. And we're going to go to that sign that says Taipa Centro. The problem with this particular spot is it's a little bit hard to get into that roundabout when you're going to go around the circle. But if we just went directly to the left, it'd be quite quick and easy. So yeah, bear with us for this part. It is going to be a nice tour of Taipa though. And then I don't know if you can see it, but to the left there's there's a big police van right there. Okay, so but you can see kind of this big roundabout, which is kind of interesting. Okay, looks like we're gonna get our opportunity as long as the cars don't get too thick on us. Okay. So we're going to be going around the entire roundabout just because I want you to see all this stuff. Like the Morpheus is right there, right? Then there's the Kotai Strip again, coming up again. And then what we're going to do is just keep on going around like this. So now you can kind of get an idea of this whole roundabout as well. And then I got to get into the left lane, kind of behind this vehicle a little bit. And then I got to get over in here. So it looks like I was able to do it. That's good. And then now we're kind of in this little nature area again, right? So you can see this giant building right here. There's the mountain is right there. The mountain that we started at, the one that we climbed up to the top, right? And then straight ahead is going to be Taipa Centro. So I have to make a decision in a minute. So I think you can see all those tall buildings to the left, right? Over the trees a little bit. So I can make a decision coming up that I can either go down into this little things all these trees are at right now, which I think I probably should do, so you can have a perspective of everything, or I could go straight into the buildings, which is also interesting too, of course. So I think what I'm going to do is go down is what I want to do. So I think it's kind of interesting for you to see how the nature is kind of combined in with the urban and with the casinos as well. So it's to see when we get an opportunity, right? So that's the mountain that we were on just a minute ago, the one right up there. And yeah, there's a little bit of traffic here, so that would probably be better if I could go down into the into these little forest kind of thing. Looks like a forest from here, but when you get down there it'll be totally different. And this one right here, that thing that's the overpass right there there's an incline that goes up to the top of the mountain right there. So those people that are going up there, they're going to take the incline. Incline is like an elevator, right? It's like an elevator that's on an incline. But what we're going to do is go down here. kind of show you this little thing. Yeah, I think a lot of people might not really know how this is all put together. Then down here you have some type of houses. Let me just kind of go like this. I'm just gonna go like that just briefly so you can kind of see, you can see the Kotai Strip right that way. But I'm not gonna stay there because and then to the right of me is a swimming pool. So that right there is a public swimming pool. Casinos do Carmo. And then straight ahead is a big church, and there's to the left is the these little houses. And it also overlooks a lake right there too. Kind of a man-made lake. And we're driving on kind of a cobblestone. And this is this little stretch of nature. Lots of little stretches of nature here and there. So it's kind of between the urban part and the casinos. Then we could go back up to the main road up there, which I'm tempted to do, but I'm gonna instead go straight down this way. Let's see if I can navigate through these two people. Okay, so now we're going to be going to the Taipa village and we're going to navigate back out again. So yeah, this maybe it looks not so urban because it's this is more like a little pedestrian, just kind of a little pedestrian friendly area, which is hard to film with a car because I can't really get into the pedestrian friendly part. So you kind of have this one lane road right here, and then it gets into all these kind of cool little alleys and things like that that are basically set up for walking. Maybe we'll go a little bit slower so you can take it all in a little bit more. Since I have a speed bump anyways, so now we're kind of getting into more this is called Taipa Village, and we're going to get up to Taipa proper in a little bit as well. And over here there's a lot of like restaurants. A lot of tourists will come in this area called Kunyagai, Hua de Kunya. Let's see, we'll probably go across in a second there. Let the tourists let them go by. Let this one go by too. Oh no, I think there's more coming. No, okay. Yeah, I guess this is probably urban looking too, isn't it? But then other parts are even more urban looking because there'll be much higher, taller buildings. But this is quite nice and quaint, and I also have a couple of different choices here. I could definitely take you through these little, to the left there's some beautiful trees. Those are some beautiful trees there, but there's a whole row of it. There's a street down there. I'd have to go around the block, but I think I'm a little bit more interested to get you into the Taipa proper kind of thing. Actually, I might not be able to get you over there anyways. I think there's a couple of roads. I have to kind of go around a little bit to get into where all the tall buildings are at. But I think we'll probably do it anyways because it's maybe interesting as a viewer to see more of Macau and get a feel for how it's laid out. To the right you can see that mountain again. So it's that same mountain that we started and we kind of climbed it at the beginning of the video. Okay, let's see. All right, now we have some more of these tall buildings, right? That's the area that I want to get into next, but it might be a little bit of a challenge because we'll have to go around a little bit to get into that spot. but as a viewer, maybe it doesn't matter so much to you. Should be okay. We have another roundabout, so we'll go around the roundabout here in a minute. Then we'll get into that big mess of cool, tall buildings everywhere. Got a bright sun there. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the mess of Taipa proper, or Taipa downtown. Starting with this giant blue building. I think this blue building is so cool. Whenever I'm walking around, I always like to film that if I can. It just looks so interesting to me. Actually, it's quite nice here, this view. We're kind of stuck in traffic, but when you have that like giant blue building kind of over everybody, it's a certain beauty to it. And yeah, all these tall buildings everywhere. So what I'm going to try to do is go down Guimarães. You can see there's okay, so we have some pedestrians here. So yeah, now we're kind of more in the urban area, right? As you can see. Actually, this one that's right above me is new. It's like a pedestrian way to the light rail train system. And this is to the left is Taipa Central Park. Another nice urban space. They got like basketball courts in there, and I think there's like a little soccer field thing, and giant swimming pool. I think 2 swimming pools, one for kids and one for adults. And then Guimarães is the street that we're on right now. I think we can turn down this one. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Doing some construction straight ahead. So now you're kind of getting a little view.